retirement, it always seems like it's way off in the distance,
Right.
like some mythical land.
Yeah, yeah.
And then suddenly it's like, whoa, it's right around the corner. So today,
Coming at you fast.
exactly, coming at you fast, we're going to deep dive into something that I think will resonate with a lot of people.
Hopefully, yeah.
A source that talks about how to reach financial independence, even if, you don't have a massive income.
Yeah.
And they highlight a real person, a
Yeah.
real example, which I think,
Always helpful.
yeah, totally makes it more relatable.
It's much more so than some theoretical.
Not just some finance guru.
Exactly.
So this source focuses on Clara, who was a teacher, and she retired comfortably at age 60.
Yeah, and that's
Also,
a good age.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah.
Especially since she was able to do it all on an average teacher's salary.
Right. And that's what's so amazing about this story is that it really shows that it's not about, making a ton of money.
Yeah.
It's about making smart choices with the money that you have.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the biggest factors in that is just the power of compound interest,
Oh, tell me about it.
It's really incredible how that works.
Like magic.
It really is,
Yeah.
like a snowball effect almost.
I like that analogy.
Imagine like you start investing a small amount regularly, say $500 a month at age 25,
Okay.
right? And then by the time you reach 65, thanks to compound interest, that investment could have grown to over $1 million.
Oh.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a big snowball.
But here's the thing. If you wait until you're 35 to start, you need to invest almost double that amount each month to reach that same goal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
It really shows you, like the earlier you start,
Yeah.
the better.
The more time it has to do its thing.
Exact.
Now, this source also emphasizes that Clara lived below her means.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people hear that phrase and
Sure.
are like, that sounds like no fun. Like I'm depriving myself.
Right. It has kind of a negative connotation.
Yeah, totally. So how do you kind of reframe that?
I think it's important to think about it in terms of like, what are your priorities?
Cut.
Because living below your means doesn't mean you can't enjoy life.
Right.
It just means being more intentional with your spending.
So it's not about deprivation. It's about aligning your spending
with your values.
Yeah, with your values.
Like, do you really need that new phone every year?
Good point.
Or a bigger house just because you can afford it?
Yeah.
Or is it more important to you to travel,
Right.
have new experiences?
Or just like peace of mind, knowing that
Exactly, having that financial security.
you're good.
Yeah.
So is that where lifestyle inflation comes in
Yeah, that's a big one.
that you were talking about?
It's kind of the opposite of living below your means
Okay.
because as your income goes up, your spending goes up.
I see.
You're constantly on this treadmill.
Yeah.
Needing more and more.
I can definitely see how that would throw a wrench
Oh, yeah.
in your retirement plans.
It can really derail your long-term goals.
Now, this source, it mentions that Clara made smart choices.
Right.
So beyond budgeting, beyond living below your means,
Yeah.
what are we talking about here?
Well, one of the biggest things is investing consistently,
Okay.
putting a portion of your income into a diversified portfolio.
Like stocks and bonds, those kinds of things.
Exactly. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, things like that.
Right.
And then minimizing debt,
Yeah, that makes sense.
especially high interest credit card debt.
Uh-huh.
It's like having a hole in your pocket.
Ooh, that's a good visual.
Yeah, your money's just leaking out constantly.
Ouch, I felt that.
Yeah.
Now, when we're talking about these smart choices,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard not to think about things like 401ks and IRAs.
Absolutely. Those are essential tools for retirement planning.
I feel like I hear about them all the time,
Yeah.
but they still seem kind of confusing.
Well, a 401k is a retirement savings plan that's offered through your employer.
Okay.
And a lot of times they'll match your contributions.
Oh, so it's like free money.
It is, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. And then an IRA or an individual retirement account.
Right.
That's something you can set up yourself,
Okay.
whether or not your employer offers a 401k.
Makes sense.
And both of them offer tax advantages, which can really help your savings grow faster.
So even if someone's listening to all this and feeling a little bit overwhelmed,
Sure.
like, where do I even start?
Yeah, I get it. It can seem like a lot.
There are resources out there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always talk to a financial advisor.
Okay.
They can help you create a plan that's specific to your situation.
Tailor-made, yeah.
And there are tons of online resources, too,
Okay.
if you want to learn more on your own.
So it seems like the takeaway here is you don't have to be
Right.
some high roller to retire comfortably.
Not at all.
Clara's story really proves that.
It's about consistency and making those smart choices over time.
Yeah, those little things can really add up, huh?
They really can.
So, thinking about Clara and her journey, I'm curious
Yeah.
if you could leave our listeners with, like, one question
Okay.
to kind of ponder.
That's a good one.
What would it be?
What one small change could you make today to start building your own path towards financial freedom?
Ooh, I like that.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Like setting up automatic transfers to a savings account.
Right, so you don't even have to think about it.
Exactly. Make it automatic.
Love it.
Or maybe researching investment options.
Yeah.
Or even just committing to learning more about personal finance.
That's a great place to start.
Just one small step.
Yeah, and who knows where it could lead?
Exactly. You never know.
Well, that is a powerful thought to leave us with.
Yeah, I hope it's inspiring.
Definitely, that small steps taken consistently.
It can make a world of difference.
They really can. All right, well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive,
It's been a pleasure.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you then.